Hello and welcome. This is my elite Bloonarius with no monkey knowledge. I'll be using Ben. First things first, you're going to want to place down a boat right around here. Doesn't matter exactly where it is, you just need it to be snug right up against the track. Then on round 7, you're going to want to get Ben. Doesn't really matter where you put him. I'm going to put him right here because then he's not on top of the platform where it would be better to have a Darling Gunner or a Sniper. For round 9, you're going to want to get Grape Shot in the middle of the round. Otherwise, you leak a lot of lives and you just can't afford that. From the start of round 13, you're going to want to get a banana farm. Again, positioning doesn't matter that much here. I'm going to put it here. Over these next couple rounds, you're just going to wait for the money to roll in to get a 2-0-0 farm. At the start of round 18, you're going to want to put a second farm down. For convenience, put it next to the first one. And again, you're just racking up money for the 2-0-0. Next thing you're going to want to do is upgrade your boat to a 0-2-1. I upgraded mine to a 0-2-0 in this footage, and I suffered badly for it. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Popping bloom.
Even before you get the 2-0-2 farm, again, I make mistakes. Put down a boat right around here. This needs to be snug up with that boat from before and against the track. Upgrade it to a 0-1-0 for popping power. In the middle of round 26, you're going to upgrade your first farm to a 2-0-3. This makes a lot more money and you don't have to collect it. In the middle of round 29, you're going to upgrade your second farm to a 2-0-3, and then you're going to work toward making your first boat into a marketplace. After making your 2 initial boats into merchantmen, the next step is just 0-1-3 spam. Get as many merchantmen as you can. Come 38, there's a lot of leads, so you probably want to upgrade a couple more of your boats to hotshots, or you could use the Lotuses to stun the leads in place. Once the boss is almost here, you can be a little bit greedier because Bloonarius is extremely slow, and while we have enough popping power to defend the rounds, we don't quite have enough popping power to deal enough damage to him for him to send the big ceramic wave. Right around this point, you're going to start setting up your 2-0-4-A. Preferably, you want to be close enough to Benjamin to get his biohack. At around 14.2k, you want to sell both of your marketplaces to get the Spectre. Here I direct the Spectre's center path to be closer to Bloonarius so we can do more damage to it. Don't do that. Instead, place it in the top right corner where it can hit a clump of cerams more easily, because boss damage is not the concern, the cerams. The reason I say boss damage isn't a big problem here is because we're going to get a sticky bomb. 104 Ninja will help us deal with Bloonarius. Next, you want to make sure that the merchantman at the top of the circle is favored trades. That way you get extra sellback on the Spectre and the Ninja. At this point, keep building your merchantman army because pretty soon we're going to get a trade empire. It's a good idea to sell the Spectre as early as possible so you can get that trade empire before the round ends. Over the course of these quick 5 rounds, you're going to want to get up to 20 merchantmen so that you can get maximum value from the trade empire. Remember, it's still worthwhile to get Grape Shot on all of them. Just ignore this accidental favored trades purchase. Before the next boss arrives, you're going to get a carrier flagship. This will help buff all of your trade empires so they can do maximum damage. You need to do a lot of damage right now because it'll give you a higher degree on the boat paragon later. You may have to get your carrier flagship a little ways into the boss if you're like me and you didn't farm correctly. Make sure you get a P-Lord in the back to deal with those early BFB waves. Because I messed up my farming a little bit, I can't get the P-Lord before 63, so I'm just going to get a Mordglaives, because I'll need it anyways.
Slice and dice.
After the P-Lord, I decided to upgrade all of my merchantmen into favored trade. In hindsight, I probably should have made only half of them favored trades because it made the end boss very tough. After getting half your flavored trades up, you're going to want to invest in an MAD. This will help you a lot with boss damage after taking out the BFD inside. After I got the MAD, I had to upgrade my Morglaives to a Glaive Lord to help deal with BFD insides, but if you farmed correctly, got them at early enough, you might not have to buy this. Experiment a little bit. After the boss dies, the MAD is in perfect position to get extra sellback from the flavored trades, but you're probably going to want to place another flavored trades next to the Glaive Lord so you can get an extra sellback on that as well. Next, you want to upgrade all of your merchantmen into flavored trades, get down some monkey cities so you get extra money from them. Then you want to get a couple more flavored trades just to fill up the rest of the monkey city. Make sure you also get the tier 5s, carrier flagship, and pirate lord back. You're also going to want to use the pirate lord's hook-in ability as frequent as possible because it gives you a little extra money. Once the boss is here, you want your carrier flagship to be on last. This prevents it from doing too much damage to Bloonarius so it doesn't spawn any insides, and it also allows you to beat the rounds quickly so you can get a bunch of money.
Careful with these.
At this point, your plan is to stockpile money because you need to get enough money in the middle of this boss to get the boat Paragon, otherwise you won't be able to beat him. Also remember to keep on timing the Pirate Lord hook-in ability so you can get extra money, but above all else, make sure that you time it correctly for round 90 so you can get the DDT. At about round 92, check your money, sell all of your villages and the extra favored trades so you can upgrade the Trade Empire into the boat Paragon. If you've made enough money, you will be able to get degree 40 at least. This will deal with the rest of Bloonarius even if you haven't defeated one skull. However, if you want to, you can get a Bloon Liquefier in the bag just to deal with those stray ceramics, just to make sure that none of them get by. And before you say it, I know that middle path might look like the better cross path, however this late in the track you want the strong glue to make sure the ceramics don't slide by. Plus, in recent updates, the Bloon Dissolver gets an extra pierce, and the Bloon Liquefier a while ago got the puddles, which means it has plenty of pierce to deal with the ceramics. Next, rather than selling the boat Paragon, you're going to get a Trade Empire next to it, and you're going to rebuild your Merchantman army. This is good because you get double the stacks, as you can see on this boat that I'm placing here, from the boat Paragon and the Trade Empire. After you make all of your Merchantmen, you want to upgrade all of them into flavored trades, and then you're going to want to spam monkey cities and flavored trades around those monkey cities. Tier 4 Bloonarius will not be a problem because Boat Paragon requires little to no micro to be able to take care of him. So really you're just going to need to watch the footage and watch where I place the monkey cities and the flavored trades. If you have about 200k more than me, you can just sell all of your flavored trades, all the villages, all the farms to build an Ace Paragon. Make sure you get all of the tiers because that's how you get a degree 20 Ace Paragon. For me though, I was not perfect in my farming and I had to wait a little bit into Bloonarius to be able to get the Ace Paragon.
And dice. big fish.
You have to get exactly 25 aces and upgrade all of them to 022 to max out your tier. I figured once I had about 500k, I could sell all of my villages, place the last 5 aces I need to fill out the tiers, sell all of my boats, upgrade my ace to the Ace Paragon. Make sure that you micro the ace ability so you can do maximum damage to Bloonarius, and that you put it on figure infinite so it can deal with the back balloons as well as Bloonarius itself. Last couple things you'll want to do if you have extra money is get a Cripple Moab and a Glue Storm so you can do extra damage to Bloonarius and its insides. You can also use the Boat Paragon's ability to reduce the amount of BAD insides that spawn out of Bloonarius. And that's it. A couple Bloonarius tiers took a bunch of effort, but that's because I kind of messed up my farming along the way. Thanks for watching my tutorial. Smash like and subscribe and comment if you would like to see more content like this. Let's go, bye everybody.